William Tyndale, one of the greatest Bible scholars in history, only lived to be 42 years old, but in that short time he changed the course of history, and with it, billions of lives. Here is part 2 of his remarkable true story. After Tyndale had translated the New Testament into English and smuggled it into England in sacks of corn and flour to avoid the authorities, the Bible spread like wildfire. The people received it with joy. Most of them had never held a Bible before. They were too poor to obtain a rare copy of John Wycliffe's English Bible from a century and a half before, which had to be copied by hand and was often confiscated by the authorities. But Tyndale's Bible was smuggled into England by the thousands. Now, for the first time, they could read it for themselves in English. And read it they did. The impact on society was immediate. Soon, the poetic language from Tyndale's Bible appeared in popular culture. People in the markets, and at work, and in churches began to use the expressions in the English scriptures. And, even though it was so long ago, that is something that has continued all the way down to modern times. Have you ever heard someone say, "Seek, and you shall find. Ask, and it shall be given you"? How about, "Blessed are the peacemakers"? Or, "Let not your heart be troubled"? Have you ever heard someone talking about current events say, "Well, that's a sign of the times"? Or, "That's the blind leading the blind"? Or, "The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak"? Have you ever heard someone remark, "That person is the salt of the earth"? Or, "We need to fight the good fight"? Or, "Am I my brother's keeper"? You guessed it. All of those expressions are found in William Tyndale's English Bible. They are all from the teachings of Jesus, the prophets and the disciples, translated into poetic, memorable English by the outlaw scholar William Tyndale, who was told by the authorities that it was illegal for him to translate the Bible into English. You might have used some of those very expressions yourself. Many do not realize that English words such as Passover, atonement, and scapegoat were created by Tyndale to express the idea found in the original language. And who do we have to thank for words like birthright and Thanksgiving? Tyndale again. The enormous impact on history and culture from Tyndale's work is impossible to calculate. But there is much more to this incredible story. Like and subscribe so you don't miss part 3.